Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers podcast. Here after a little break, we had a bit of a struggle with setup because of Skype. We did do a quick video just explaining that, but basically we can't record the way we used to record anymore. So this is kind of a bit different the way we're doing this. Going to be looking in different directions because I've got a camera recording here, but Luke's there, and Luke's probably in the same situation. So yeah, it might look a little bit weird at first, but we'll get used to it. We'll get the hang of it. How we doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. It's great to be back. I've missed doing the podcast, mate. I really have, because there's been loads of news going on and just loads to talk about West Ham wise. And yeah, just get used to the funny camera angles for a little while, guys. If you wonder why I'm looking over there, Paul's over there, like you said, and my phone's over there recording. So we'll get used to it. Before you know it, we'll be the Joe Rogan of West Ham podcasts.
That's it, mate. That's the truth.
But yeah, mate, great to be back. Pre-season's over. Undefeated in pre-season, I believe. I don't think we lost a game, did we?
No.
Won a game on penalties.
Hey, we won a cup. We've won a trophy already.
Cup. Well, yeah, in my lifetime. Finally won a cup that we are actually the sponsor of. But yeah, last time we did that, obviously straight after that game against Anglers. Last time we did that, obviously we got relegated, mate. Last time we was undefeated. Can't see that this time. But been lots of bright little sparks, though, hasn't there, from pre-season? Like, Anderson looks really sharp. Arnie looks unbelievable. If he can take his pre-season form into, Premier League form, surely he's going to be banging in 15 to 20 goals, no?
Yeah. I mean, I just can't wait for the season to start now. I'm gutted. I'm working on Sunday, so I'm not going to be able to watch the game. But yeah, I mean, really good signs in pre-season. Really good signs. The new signings,
playing better football as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one thing. It's going to take time. Do you know what I mean? We've got an actual world-class manager come into the club now, and it's going to take a bit of time for him to get his ideas settled into the squad and to get everyone used to the way he wants to play. But the signs are there. I think the signs are there. It's encouraging so far, and I'm really excited for the new season to start. I really am. I think we've had a fantastic window. I think pre-season's gone well. Slightly concerned about the defence still. Yeah,
but I think it was good to see Chicharito in the last game as well, scoring. Just showing what he's all about. The service there. Obviously, there's a bit of rumours about Yarmolenko. I don't know if you've read them, that he's a bit injury at the moment. Apparently got something wrong with his hip or something like that. Is that a worry for you? Because I really like him. He looks tasty.
Yeah, I mean, I've said, well, I was going to say I've said before, but I don't know if it was one of the podcasts we recorded and couldn't put out, but I think he'll be, or I thought he could be the signing of the summer. I thought it could be the signing of the season. Yeah, it seems like he did pick up a knock, but we seem to have decent cover now. I mean, you think of all the players that can play on that right wing. you've got him, you've got Anderson, Arnautovic, Antonio Snodgrass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've got plenty of cover there if needed, so it doesn't really worry me that much. I just hope he manages to stay injury-free throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely. And what midfield have you liked the best? Before we go on to the one that's left, obviously, you've had your Obiang, obviously the guy that left Kiati, and then you had the midfield of Rice, Wilshere.
Well, for me,
and
Rice,
and Mark, sorry.
Rice, Wilshere and Noble, for me, was the best that we've seen pre-season. I feel like that was the most balanced. Rice was happy enough sitting just in front of the defence and then dropping back in when needed. He held his position well. He played that defensive midfield role, whereas I feel like when we had like Kiati, obviously he's gone now, or Obiang in that position, they wandered a bit more. They didn't sit as much.
It wasn't as disciplined, were they? And it was just like, I can't remember what game it actually was, and it was just like the midfield just went woof, like that, split wide open. But yeah, it's exciting, and I hope young Declan really does get his chance. And I think there's a lot more to come from Jack Wilshere. I think we've seen bits and bobs of him. There's definitely some lovely little passes he's got there, but there's a lot more to come from Jack, I think.
Yeah.
Just got a couple more players, mate, because you did touch on it, defence this pre-season. Balbuena looks okay, looks basically a Ginge replacement.
His first game was fantastic. His first game was brilliant. And I thought, wow, this guy's going to be an absolute steal with we've got an absolute bargain here. But then after that first game, it didn't look as assured. So I don't know, maybe that'll come with time. Diop as well looks quite raw, but again, I think he'll grow into the role.
He looked better. He looked bad, and now he's looked better. I think he will become good. I think he will become good. I think it'll be Ogbonna and Diop to start though, surely, or do you think it's Balbuena and Ogbonna?
I mean, after paying 20 odd million for him, you'd have to expect Diop to start with Ogbonna. I thought Fredericks has looked good.
Yeah.
Although I have to say as well, I thought Zabaleta's looked good as well pre-season. And then for me, I would still go Masuaku at left back. So yeah, I mean, I think that will probably be the defence. Fabianski hasn't really had anything to do, so it's kind of hard to judge this early. But yeah, I mean, the new signings seem to be good additions.
And one thing I said to me dad actually, the last game, the Anglers game, maybe these signings have give Antonio a little kick up the arse that he needed. Because I really thought he was going to leave. I thought he was one of the ones banker to go, but it looks like he's going to stay now by all accounts. And listen, if we get the best Antonio back, I'm talking the Bolin Antonio, we've still got a good player there.
I mean, to me, when he was on the pitch, even when he scored, he just looked out of place in that team because he's just not.
He's not technically good enough.
Technical player, and I think that's the team that Pellegrini's trying to build is a very technical team, and Antonio just ain't that. That even the goal that he scored, he completely messed up his first touch, bundled his second touch got lucky really to get the ball back. It was a good finish to be fair, but I don't think he's good enough to play in that Pellegrini side. So I don't know how much we'll see of him. He could still go. You know, there's still a couple of days left.
Thursdays. A lot of things could happen. Obviously, the big rumours I've just seen before we went live that Chelsea have bid 71 million for Kepa, the goalkeeper from Bilbao, which is just craziness, absolute craziness. But one did leave this week, mate. I did do a little video, but it'd be nice to hear your opinions as well. One of the first big players to really leave the club in terms of he possibly would have been in the starting 11 if he would have stayed. Sheikh Kouyaté, mate. Expected, really. He's been poor for 2 years. He really has.
Yeah, he has. It's a shame. Who knows what happened to his form? But yeah, no. I mean, he has been poor for the last couple of seasons. I wish him well. You know, like he's a great character. He was one of them you love to see.
Yeah.
But
he's got some important goals as well.
Yeah,
the Swansea goal sticks out for me. Where he kept us more or less kept us up really. But
year. I mean, the last couple of seasons, he looked like he hasn't been bothered. He doesn't track back runners. He hasn't been doing them busting runs forward. He hasn't really been doing anything, to be honest. So I don't think we'll miss him. So yeah, I mean, you know, like I say, if he's gone, it looks like there could be a couple of other minor acts. Haksabanovic has gone out on loan.
Yeah, he looked tasty in pre-season. Actually, he did look quite tasty.
It's a good move for him, I think.
I think we're going to see a really, really top player when he comes back. I really do. He reminds me of Lanzini. I said that to you earlier in the week. Very similar sort of, very light on his feet, very low centre of gravity movement. I think he's going to be a bit of a tasty player. Inns, it looks very, very close that we're going to be getting Lucas Perez from Arsenal. Absolute steal. £4 million is the rumour. I hope it could get announced tonight by all accounts or tomorrow. Great signing. Great signing. For the backup striker we needed, some West Ham fans, before I let you speak, mate, some West Ham fans are out there going, oh, we need to go and buy a starting striker to get Arnie back on his, to keep Arnie out of the team or whatever, or get Arnie on his toes. For me, Arnie's the main striker now. He is. He's developed into a striker.
Yeah. I agree 100%, mate. 100%. Arnie's the main man. Don't forget, we've obviously still got Chicharito.
And your mate Andy.
Well, Big Andy, you can I forget about. I did actually read that Pellegrini has said right from the start, he told Sullivan that injury-prone and long-term injury players, he does not consider part of his squad.
Yeah, I read that. So,
you know, your Carroll, Reed, Lanzini. So... Yeah, I mean, we don't. I don't think we need to go and spend crazy money on
I would have
another
loved
striker.
that. I would have loved that Mariga to come in from Porto, or to show like something like that. Or there was Benitez as well.
There was links with this today actually saying that rumours that we activated the release clause for Maxi Gomez for like 50 million, which would be ridiculous. Like, this guy is going to be the next Suarez. Like, I don't think there's any chance it's going to happen. But I don't think we need that unless Arnautovic goes. Maybe they're just in case Man United come in on the final day with 60 million. Say, there we go, we want Arnautovic. Maybe we're keeping that as an option. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Arnie is the main man, and I think Perez is a brilliant player.
Technically very good. Technically very, very good player.
He can play up front. He can play on the wing. He can play just behind.
One in three as well. One in three across his career. Which again.
And like I say, I'm sure I read as well that when he played for Arsenal in cup games in the Champions League, he scored 6 goals in 9 games. So he's like 4 million is an absolute steal.
Most assists apart from Messi in La Liga. Again, says a lot when you've got players like Iniesta, Modric, Toni Kroos, Rakitic in front of him.
Chances created, wasn't it? Yeah. But it's like, what player do you get for 4 million nowadays?
Yeah. An Arsenal player as well.
So yeah, fantastic buy.
Yeah, no, I think he could be a little bit of a surprise package for West Ham. I do. I think you'll see more of him that you actually think you're going to see of him. Like, you might think, oh, he's just going to be impact sub.
And this is the thing as well. How good will it be? Because in the past, people always moan, "Oh, we don't take the cup competition seriously." How nice is it going to be able to play cup games and then say rest Arnautovic, but then throw in Perez, throw in Chicharito?
Yeah, nice Antonio, Fran Snodgrass.
Yeah, exactly. We're actually going to have a decent team to play in the cups.
Yeah, that's it, mate. It's good stuff. Yeah, great signing for me. What I did like, actually, just before on YouTube, I watched some of his Arsenal clips. Link-up plays fantastic. Like, he seems that he'll be able to do the Yarmolenko's, Andersons, Arnie's, and I think they're going to link up lovely. I really do. Good signing. I hope you guys like that signing. Please give us your comments on that. But the other one, that looks like it's going to happen. A man that was voted the worst ever Premier League player, I believe, Carlos Sanchez. Listen, he's only coming in as cover, okay? I very much doubt he's going to start. He's 34 for a start. Yeah, Paul.
Is he that old? I thought he was 32.
I'm going on when I was playing FIFA
maybe
earlier.
33. Maybe 33. He's in his 30s anyway. I mean, he's a specialist defensive midfielder, so I mean, at least that's something. You know, like you say, he's not going to start. Rice is going to be the man to start in that position. He's not going to start. He's cover. He's just, like you say, he's just cover. He's just one of them.
I think we have to be a bit cautious as well. Like, there's loads of people going, "Oh, we should have signed that." Is his name Pereira or something like that? Like, fantastic player. And your Styros, or however you pronounce it, the Juventus guy. And then there was links with the Barcelona geezer, Andre Gomez. Listen, we've spent 100 million this year. You've got to be realistic. We wanted 100 million spent. We got some fantastic players. Maybe, you know, we've reached our peak in terms of our budget. And we go again next summer if it goes well. And again, if we go and buy Pereira, that means Declan Rice is not playing.
Yeah.
And then you've got to weigh that up. People keep arguing about youth players getting their chance. Listen, Declan's going to get his chance. But if you go and get Pereira or even Fellaini, for example, Rice ain't playing.
100%, mate. 100% agree. You know, you're brilliant. Like he's not going to develop if he's not playing. And you know, we want to see our youth players coming through, and that's the perfect.
And he's ready.
Opportunity.
He's ready.
Yeah,
he's ready. He's obviously, defensive midfield is it's a position you have to learn. You don't get many young players come in who can play defensive midfield perfect. Like, it takes time. Like, you get to your sort of peak at 24, 25 in that position. But yeah, good luck to him. But listen, if it doesn't work out for him in defensive midfield, then yeah, go and look for one in the summer again. And maybe another. I do think we will need another really good striker at some point. But I'm fairly happy with what we've got. No,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like you say, assuming that Perez comes in, which it seems he is, yeah, 100%. It seems like we still could be after. Well, if he comes in, if Sanchez comes in, then you've got potentially another defender to come in as well. It seems like we might be after another centre half.
Do you think Sanchez could possibly be Obiang going as well?
From the sounds of things, Obiang wants to go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy with him as a replacement for Obiang, to be honest. Because if we sell Obiang, what's he going to go for? 15 million? That to me, he's not a replacement for Obiang. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens there.
One more thing on Kiei. Do you think we cut ourselves a bit short there? 9.5.
In this market at the minute, probably you say if it was Tottenham selling in, they probably would have got about 25 million. But I don't know. Like you say, he hasn't really done anything for a couple of seasons. What is his market value? Who wants to buy him? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I think we could have got 15 for him. I think we could have got 15. I think we could have pushed it up to 15. But, yeah, do you expect any more to go? Obviously, Byram linked with Forest. Jordan Hugo surely he's going to go out the door.
Yeah, I think those two will go. Like you say, Obiang possibly, but I think that would depend on if we can get a good replacement in for him. And then, like I say, unless we get silly bids in from teams for the likes of Arnautovic, and then we've got a replacement lined up, I don't think we'll see anybody else go.
I do wish we, like, if they're going down that 33-year-old mark with Sanchez, obviously he's probably going to be nowhere near the wages of the player I'm going to mention. I would have preferred us to have gone for Yaya, I think, for a year, and had Yaya Toure in there for a year.
Yeah, I would love to see Yaya come in. Everyone seems to say, he's a troublemaker, but is he? Is he? All you ever hear from like ex-players and stuff is that they love him.
All you had was that thing about his birthday a few years ago, but
wow,
he's still there, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's still there.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think, and he's like what 35, 36.
Yeah,
he's old, but I think he would still have something to offer as that cover backup.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, that's a lot of money to spend on wages for that kind of player.
I am slightly disappointed we didn't have a proper look at Drinkwaters, Barclays and Loftus-Cheek. I've got to say, I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't go sniffing around them. I think we could have got one of them.
I mean, maybe, I'm surprised, but has Barkley gone anywhere?
No, he played in the Charity Shield on Sunday. He played, yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens with those. I'm guessing. Well, I don't know. Loftus-Cheek's probably going to stay at Chelsea now, and he's probably going to play.
Yeah, well, that team looks awful. Chelsea looked awful on Sunday. I don't know if you watched it. They looked.
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
It looked like a lot of players that don't really want to be there sort of attitude. Yeah. One player that definitely is not coming. Bernard looks like he's going to Everton. Little bit disappointed, but this man looks like he's just wants the money. To be honest, it was who was going to pay the most money for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great player, but proper mercenary, like you say. And we don't want players like that at the club. We want players that want to come and play for West Ham. We don't want players that are just here for the money. So, and there's no guarantee he's going to do it in the Premier League either. So it'd be interesting to see how he does. But yeah, from the sounds of things, he turned down some big clubs as well, like you say, just for the money. So
weird signing for Everton though. They seem to they have a knack of signing these number 10s. Sigerson, like that's Richarlison for 50 million is ridiculous. When you think we got Felipe Anderson for 40 million, again, there's no guarantee that Felipe Anderson's gonna do it, but
Richarlison hasn't done it the last season anyway.
50 million is crazy money, crazy money. Yeah, that's sort of it for transfer wise, mate. Unless there's any other little smittens you've heard.
Have I heard anything else today? No, that's it really.
I think the in the nose have more or less sort of said that's it really, unless something crazy happens on the last day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are finally there. Premier League does start on Sunday, which just relief, absolute relief. We kick off on Sunday against a team we've got a fantastic record against. One win in 53 years, amazing record. listen, I've been watching some of Liverpool's pre-season games. I've caught a couple of their games. They are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The pace, the speed, the movement. I don't think we can expect too much, but it is the first game of the season.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I don't know. Do I expect us to win? No. All I expect is for us to give it a good go. Let's not get...
A loss is not a disaster because it's Liverpool. Not. It's Liverpool at the end of the day. Any time in the season, Liverpool, a loss is not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? Looking at their stars, obviously I will go into a bit of detail if I do a preview. Salah, again, a player, really, I think he falls into that category of unstoppable when he's on form. Like, no defender in the world can stop him unless Ramos wants to break his arm or whatever. Maybe we could get someone to do that to him again. But they've bought quite astutely as well. They've bought in Keita, they've bought in Alisson, the goalkeeper, obviously considered one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And obviously Shaqiri as well, fantastic signing, £14 million. What a signing he was. I'm every year this happens before the season starts. I'm the biggest optimist in the world, and I think all our signings are going to be the best players in the world. But who's to say Felipe Anderson isn't going to be our Mo Salah? Who's to say that, mate? Who is to say that? When Dimitri Payet signed, we sort of knew we signed an half-decent player, but no one could have predicted what he went on to be.
No, I mean, the same as with Salah. Yeah, he was decent in Italy. But he did nothing at Chelsea. He went to Italy. He was decent in Italy. He weren't like one of the world's best players.
No. You knew he was a decent little player, but comes to Liverpool, like world beater.
Bang, there you go. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe Felipe Anderson could be that for us. You never know.
Yeah. Any sort of prediction, mate?
What about
our lineup? What about our predicted lineup? Who do you think would be the starting 11 on Sunday?
I reckon Adrian will start in goal. Although I think to be honest, it's a coin toss between Adrian and Fabianski who starts. I think he'll start with Adrian. Masuaku, Ogbonna, Diop, Fredericks. Although, no, he's going to have to start Fredericks because the pace. The
pace,
yeah. Yeah. Rice, if it was me, I would go Rice, Noble, Wilshere.
Yeah.
And then, obviously...
Anderson, Yarmolenko and Arnie.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. Obviously, if Yarmolenko's not fit, obviously it'd probably be Antonio, I assume, on the right-hand side. What about Hernandez, though, no?
I would love to see him get more games. I really would love to see him get more games, but I just don't see where he fits into the team. I just don't see where he fits in unless you play Chicharito up front, and then, like you say, if Yarmolenko's not available, he plays Arnautovic on the left and Anderson on the right, maybe. But I can't see us. Well, we're definitely not going to be playing two up front against Liverpool. I don't know. Maybe against I don't want to say the lesser clubs, but you know what I mean. The teams we would be expected to beat. Maybe he'll go two up front. But I don't know. I don't see where he fits into the team. And obviously, he has been told. Apparently, he's like a main part of the manager's plans this year. So we'll have to wait and see how he uses him.
Because Arnie definitely, again, people are probably going to jump me here. But for me, he's starting to live up to that poor man's Zlatan now. You know, like he really has got a presence on the pitch. He really has, and he is technically very good. Yeah. He's not Zlatan level by any stretch of the imagination, but he's definitely got a lot of vibes of Zlatan.
Yeah, you know? He's starting to show the potential that everyone always said he had. He's a fantastic player. We're lucky to have him.
Yeah, definitely. Prediction-wise, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to go like 3-1 Liverpool. I do think we'll get a goal, but I can't see anything more than a Liverpool win. Liverpool well up there to win the title for me as well.
Different time, different team, different managers as well, but I'd be interested to see how Pellegrini, how he's got on against Liverpool in the past. Excuse me. Yeah. But I can't give a prediction. First game of the season, first day,
Liverpool are quite renowned slow starters as well. They're another one, a bit like Arsenal. They start slow and then they play and catch up the whole time, and they always come just a little bit too far away because they start so slow. But who knows? Who knows? West Ham, we usually start quite well in the season. So, and if we start well, we usually have a very good season as well. So. But don't get too downhearted, guys, if we do lose, because Bournemouth game coming up. I do want to touch on the Bournemouth game a little bit, mate, because we probably will have time to do a podcast next week. But if anyone who doesn't know, August 18th, I'm getting married, so I won't be able to watch the Bournemouth game.
Yeah,
and neither will Paul.
Not happy about that, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, so Paul, obviously Lee as well, will be over. But we won't be watching West Ham games, unfortunately. They'll be watching me walking down the aisle, probably trying to hold back crying. The Bournemouth game, first home game of the season. We ain't got a bad record against Bournemouth, actually, at home. You know, usually for the goals as well. I remember the last one at Upton Park was a 3-3, I think, if I remember. But yeah, a game, really, that's the game we've got to be looking at. You know, that's our real season starter, hopefully.
Yeah.
Anything else, mate, in terms of news that you'd like to discuss?
No, not really. It's all been pretty quiet. Nothing real. I say that, actually. I mean, that's one of the things that surprised me the most. The fact that it has been so quiet. Like, we've had an 100 million window and not one word out of David Sullivan.
Or Jack. No, like, little teasy tweets or anything like that.
Nothing.
And even X has admitted that, it's been hard to get info this year.
Which is good. I mean, it's good. But again, it just makes me wonder, is this just Pellegrini's impact? Is there more going on in the background? Which
hopefully this football director guy, mate, has literally come in and said, look, this is the way business is getting done now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of credit's got to go to him as well, it seems, for getting deals done.
It's just such a change. The fact that,
running professionally.
Can you imagine if last summer we'd signed Felipe Anderson for 40, 50 million? Sullivan would be in every paper going, he'd be on every radio show talking about how he spent 50 million on a player. Nothing at all, mate. Yeah.
So where's your stance on the board now?
I mean, so obviously not going to, what's the saying about one swallow don't make a summer? Is that it? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. This has been a good window, and it's great that they have hopefully taken a back seat and sort of quietened down and just let the manager and the director of football get on with it. They've backed them with money, but there's a long way to go, let's be honest. There's a long way to go. They're not going to be forgiven that easy. A lot of people will never forgive them. This should have been done the first year in the London State. I don't want to sit here and be a negative channel now because a lot of credit's got to go to them. They've done well, but just on the flip side, if this would have been done the first year in the London Stadium, we wouldn't be playing to catch up this year. Yeah,
that's it. That's it, mate. And this is what they should have been doing, like you say. And now it needs to carry on. Now in January, if there's gaps and the manager says, right, I need players, they need to do it. Next summer, if the manager says, brilliant, that was a good season, now I need this, this and this, they need to do it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years if they're still at the club. And then we can kind of judge them more. But yeah, so far, it's a good start. Let's put it that way. It's a good start.
Yes, what we've got to see is a project, and it's taking some sort of shape. If this is the start of a project and they're going to keep with Manuel, hopefully, touch wood, Manuel does really well for 2-3 years, and the project grows. Next year we go again, bush 100 million, and hopefully it gets to a point where we don't have to spend 100 million every year. Because the squad starts looking good enough. Because someone said it about Tottenham, actually. I know I mention them all the time. But if Tottenham didn't actually spend any money this window, would it be a disaster? If they spent nothing, and bought in no one, would it be that much of a disaster?
I would imagine their fans would say it would, yeah.
But let's look at it as a neutral.
Yeah, but even looking at it as a neutral, would it be a disaster? They haven't lost anyone, but at the same time, the teams around them they're trying to catch have improved. They've improved their squad, so they're kind of standing still. Not too dissimilar from West Ham 2 years ago. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing with the Premier League now is like you can't just stand still because all the teams around you are improving all the time, and you need to keep on the same kind of level with them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's sort of it, guys, for news-wise. Let's go on to your questions, guys. Sadly, I got a new phone last week, and all the screenshots I took over the last 2 weeks, I lost a lot of your questions, guys. I do really apologise because there were some cracking questions. But I've got all the ones you've put in over the last sort of couple of days. So we're just going to go through them. If there's any questions you want answered, guys, next week that we may have missed, drop them in the comments, drop it on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll get it into next week's show. Savage says, which summer signing do you see becoming the signing of the year?
Well, yeah, like I say, touched on it earlier. I really like Yarmolenko, and I initially said he would be my pick. Although I don't know, it could be him, it could be Anderson if he has a smashing season, it could be Wilshere, it could be Fredericks. There's a lot of potentials there, but I'm going to stick with Yarmolenko for now, assuming he stays fit.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
I'm going to use the words exactly that you use, mate. If he stays fit, and for me, it's Jack Wilshere. I think I've been wanting him for a long time at West Ham, and I think, again, he's only 24 and he's 25. He's going to be exciting. If we can keep him fit, he's going to be a real dynamic to our midfield that we've not had for a long time. Just on that, though, signing of the season, I see the West Ham Fan TV boys mention it. Manuel Pellegrini, mate, for signing of the season potentially as well.
Big shout. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Chav Corner says, what's your favourite match at the Olympic Stadium over the last 2 years since the move? Well, for me, I had the season ticket the first year of the Olympic Stadium. It's the Tottenham game. It always is, you know. We beat Tottenham, we stopped them winning the league, and that game sort of practically kept us up as well. Brilliant. Fantastic. You could probably put in there the Crystal Palace game where Big Andy scored his overhead kick as well, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave that to you, mate, obviously, because I don't live in the country. Yes, I've only been over there twice, I think. So, yeah, I can't really have an opinion on that one.
No. Claret and Bluey Stenders says, Anderson will become the next Payet. Will Anderson become the next Payet and leave when he gets bored like Payet did?
Probably. Probably. Let's be realistic. Do you know what I mean? If he goes on and does what everyone hopes he can do, and again, this is what I was saying about teams standing still. If we don't improve each year and show we're improving each year and show ambition, players like that are not going to stay. You know, they're going to want to move on to the Champions League clubs. They're going to want to move on to win trophies, and you can't blame them for that. So, yeah, I mean, that's, again, unless West Ham do show continued progression. Yeah, of course. Every player does. You can't keep.
These players have no loyalty to West Ham either. Do you know what I mean? They're not from Barking Road eating pie mash every day as a kid.
Yeah. There's only one team in the world that can hold on to any player, and that's Real Madrid,
and possibly Barca as well.
You know, and even Barca, they end up doing roundabout moves to get to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, Real Madrid are the only club in the world, you know, who can say they haven't got a threat of someone stealing their players. So, I mean, yeah, it's inevitable. But like I say, hopefully we do show continued progression. Hopefully we do show ambition. And hopefully he does live up to expectations and we can hold on to him and build with him.
Yeah. John Phillips says, what are the players you're most looking forward to seeing this coming season? And how do you feel we'll get on in the Cups? Yeah, I know Paul will say Yarmolenko. I'm actually really looking forward to Yarmolenko as well, if he can keep fit and stuff. I think Fredericks could be a real surprise package as well. He reminds me a little bit of what Cresswell was like when we first bought him. You know, really pacey, exciting. Yeah, Paul?
I'll tell you as well, I am really looking forward to seeing this season, and that is Declan Rice.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing more of him playing in that midfield role. I reckon that will end up being his position. I reckon he'll end up becoming a real good,
like a Karaki CDM,
defensive midfielder. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Cups, like I say, now we've got a good squad, which we haven't had for a long time. So we've got the squad there now to be able to give the Cups a go, I think.
Yeah. League Cup, you know, it's there to be won if you want to give it a go. I know I got some criticism on a video I did for Flump TV. Everyone, Gonzo, Dan, Baz all predicted West Ham to win the League Cup. I predicted Liverpool. So I got a bit of stick for that. But there you go. Yeah, the cup's there to be won if you want to go for it. And Pellegrini does seem the type that will, go for the cups. Let's have a look here. I think that says ASEAN or something like that. How many signings should we do before transfer deadline day, and in what positions? In the ideal world, like I say, it would be possibly another. You could go if it was limitless money, you would go another striker and a CDM possibly.
Well, assuming we're going to have a striker, defensive midfielder coming in, I think we could do with a defender as well, centre half, and I think that'll do us. You can't completely overhaul an entire squad in one window.
Yeah. Do you have fears about that as well?
Not really.
Doing it at Everton, like last year.
It's potentially, I would say, yes, under any other manager. If we still have Moyes, even if we still have Bilic, even Sam, then I would be worried. But I think Pellegrini's experienced enough. He's got enough respect from the players that he'll be able to get them playing the way he wants them to play and get them moulded into his sort of
style.
The word's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, style of play, basically, yeah. And I think we'll be all right. We haven't gone too crazy, really, apart from defence. We could potentially see 3 new defenders starting. Well, 4 we could see. But
to be fair,
right.
It is nearly a whole new midfield, to be honest, as well. If you look at it,
well,
Jack, Anderson, Yarmolenko.
Yeah, well, it depends how you split the team, really.
Yeah.
But I would say it's going to be Noble, Rice, and then Wilshere. So it's really one sort of new man in the centre midfield, Arnie up front, and then you've got a couple of new wingers. So, I think we'll be all right. Yeah. I think we'll be all right.
What I like as well, just on one positive of it, we got the business done early. So, them players have been together quite a while, They've played together sort of for 4 or 5 weeks in pre-season and stuff and in training every day. So it's not like it's big panic buys at the end of the window. And I think, again, back to the Pellegrini point, I think these are players he wants, not what Sullivan has bought from South America on cheeky loans or free transfers. That, like, most of these players are big sums of money. Yeah. Sarah, again, if you could merge the best parts of all the managers West Ham have ever had at the club for the last 10 years, so only managers like, which would you pick? Personality of Slav. Lovely guy, Slav.
Personality of Slav, yeah. The defensive sort of resilience of Fat Sam.
Yeah. The bounce back ability of Pards. It was that in the last 10 years. I mean, it's just slightly over 10 years, isn't it? 2006, that final was.
Say, bringing through, developing the youth from Ari.
Yeah,
from Redknapp.
If we're going back that far, if you want to go 20 years back.
Who
else is it?
Anything from Moyes?
How he deals with big players, perhaps. Like he got the best out of Arnie.
True.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. What about Uncle Avram? His special scarf.
yeah, we'll take Avram Scott. What about Curbs? Anything from Curbs?
I like the fact that he was West Ham, but
Zola, we've played some quite nice football under.
Zola's coaching was brilliant. Like, look at what he did to Colton.
Yeah.
Zola was a very good coach, not a very good manager.
Good question, Sarah. Thank you. Ray says, how many of our signings do you think will work for us, bearing in mind only a small amount do? Excellent.
Good point.
Some will do good, so on, and some will do crap. It's just logical.
Very good point, mate. Very good point. Like I say, I'm always optimistic that every player we sign is going to be the best player in the world.
Who do you think will be the crap one then? Well, Sanchez, but let's take him out because he could be the surprise package and be an absolute worldie.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say Balbuena because he was brilliant in that first game, but he has sort of slid since then. So putting him up in the Premier League, I don't know, it could be a bit too much for him. We'll see. What about yourself?
I'm going to sound a bit like Lee here. I can see... I can't see it, but it wouldn't be a shock if Felipe Anderson did flop. I can't see it, and please don't think I'm saying that, guys, in the comments. Don't go, oh, no, talking about. I'm just saying it might take him a season. I won't say flop, but he might not be that top drawer straight away. You know, like our Payet just hit the ground running. Might take a season, half a season. Might see the best of him after Christmas. Look at Arnie. Arnie, August to Christmas, one of the worst players I've ever seen in the West Ham shirt. No?
I don't know if he was that bad, but yeah, he wasn't good.
Yeah. And then January to May, one of the best players I've ever seen in the West Ham shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, you'll like this one. Why don't people press any buttons for hours after they score in FIFA?
It depends, because when I'm playing FIFA, I don't know. It depends who I'm playing against. If I'm playing against someone who I think's a bit of a prat, then I'll take as long as possible. But it's gamesmanship, isn't it?
Yeah, I can be courteous if I need to be.
Yeah, but it's like if I know that by watching every replay is going to wind you up, then I'm going to do it because it means
you get a feeling that you get a feeling in the game whether it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
Any more early predictions for Hammer of the Year, Young Hammer of the Year, and maybe best signing of the season?
Young Hammer of the Year is going to be Rice.
Yeah.
Hammer
not a shout for West Ham Fan TV said not a shout possibly for Diop at 20.
Yeah, obviously there's a shout for him, but I think Rice will still be the standout. Hammer of the Year is an interesting one, probably on Arnautovic.
Yeah, easy or obvious, isn't he? But again, I think if you get a real passionate-y performance where he stays fit all year, Jack could definitely be in with a shout, I think. A lot of people maybe are saying Mark Noble as well, maybe as like a sort of parting gift to him. Sort of if this is to be... I'm not saying that he will leave the club, but I think he will definitely start being faded at some point towards the end of the season. You've got to start looking beyond him now. And that's not just me like being how I am against Mark. You have got to start looking beyond him from next year. Definitely. And best sign of the season, I'm just going to say Jack again.
There I am going to say Diop, actually. Because I think he'll probably play most games, and as long as we have a decent season, I think he'll be in with a shout.
Yeah. I'm just going to... That's the end of the viewer questions. I'm just going to give you a few questions, mate, that I was asked to answer on that Flump TV thing and see what your opinions are, actually. Winner of the Premier League. And we'll put these videos back and have a look back at this one like Spencer FC does.
I can't bring myself to say Liverpool, even though I think they'll be up there. I reckon City still. I reckon City will win the league. I reckon Liverpool will be a very close second.
Yeah, that's what I said. Your 3 relegated teams.
I'm useless at picking out relegated teams. I really am.
I went Cardiff, Huddersfield and Newcastle.
Good shouts, actually. Newcastle seem to be in a bit of a shambles at the minute. Cardiff are a good shout. The teams that come up, I think Wolves and Fulham will be... I think they'll have good seasons, actually.
Fulham bought some great players. Schürrle as well, great signing.
Schürrle's, yeah. I think they'll have... I think they'll both have decent seasons. So yeah, they're... I don't know. Third one, I don't know. I don't know.
What was the other? I'm trying to think of the other questions now. Top goal scorer.
Top goal scorer of the league for the season.
A lot of people are saying Aubameyang. Like your main.
Do you know
pundits,
what, mate?
Your main.
I'll tell you what. He's definitely in with a shout. Definitely in with a shout. He was really good. Like to the end of last season.
You see Aguero yesterday. I don't know if you watched the match, mate. Aguero just again. He's phenomenal. He's
Aguero's
phenomenal.
Incredible, but he don't play enough.
Yeah.
He can't play a whole season. That's the only problem. You would expect Kane to be up there
Salah.
again as well, and Salah. Have there been any big transfers striker-wise that's come into the league?
If you're looking at, you've got to be saying possibly, like if you're looking for a few outsiders, Lukaku, will Alexis Sanchez kick his Manchester United career off?
I reckon they're going to have a really bad
I
season.
hope so. It'd be great if they do as well.
They're a club that are in shambles at the minute.
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon it's going to be. I don't think there's going to be a surprise this year. I reckon it's going to be one of the names you'd expect it to be.
First manager to get sacked, I went for Javier Garcia from Watford, because Watford do love sacking their managers.
I reckon I'm going to say Mourinho.
He was what I was thinking, but I think he'll walk.
All he's done all pre-season is whinge and moan about
to try and get sacked. Yeah.
He's trying to get sacked. He's moaned about the players. He's moaned about the board. He's moaned that they're not spent enough, even though they've spent about $500 million in the last few years.
Yeah.
He's dead man walking. He is. So yeah, I'm going to say Jose.
What was the other one? Who will be West Ham's top goal scorer and how many goals?
Arnie, with league and cup, or just the league?
We just go league.
Arnie with 18.
Good shout. What was the other ones? Oh, PFA Player of the Year. I said Leroy Sané. Because I thought, not gone to the World Cup, might have a point to prove. Was excellent last year as well. Young Player of the Year last year.
Yeah, it's a good shout, mate. I'm going to have to say De Bruyne again, though.
Kev was too obvious. It was like, I love Kev as well. He's one of my favourite players. Was that it? Top goal scorer, Premier League. Oh yes, West Ham's final league position. That was the last one.
This could be. I expect us to finish top half anywhere between 7th and 10th.
I said 9th. I was being like modest. It was like I'm going to go 9th. I'm going to go down the middle.
Anywhere between 7th and 10th, I reckon. Let's just pick a number out and say 8th.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Missing out on Europe, but
be very, very happy with that 8th. Be a good season. That is it, guys. Nice 40-odd minute show for you. I hope you can get used to the camera angles for this week. It'll become a regular thing, obviously, over the next few weeks. Guys, I do just want to say, actually, if you've not caught American West Ham podcast this week, fantastic show. And I've got to say, Gonzo, he's been on our show. He's a great lad. He's really, really good on that show and gives some really good advice about YouTube. And if you love West Ham, that's the reason you do it. Not for your views, not for your this. It's just a really good show. Go and watch that as well, guys, if you get the chance. Until then, guys, drop a like, drop some comments, give us your predictions and maybe answer some of them questions. And if you haven't seen it, go over to Flump's channel and you can get involved in this competition as well. She's going to give away like a Mark Noble signed shirt or something at the end of the season for the closest predictions. Until then, guys, make sure you subscribe, get us up to 3,000. Until then, guys, come on, you ones, keep believing. Let's have a good season. Let's go.
Cheers.